Hey, assistant coach, how are you guys doing? It's me, Johnny Sports, and welcome to basically your favorite series on my channel, the Sprint to Glory. And this time we are going to Belgium. The rules are on your screen right now, assistant coaches, but before we get started with the Sprint to Glory, I just want to let you guys know that today I am recording the Q&A, and you guys can send me your questions now on Snapchat via video, and my username is Johnny Sports, and show me your face so that you can be included in that video later on today. Also on Twitter, send in your questions using the hashtag AskJohnny. So let's get this one started, assistant coaches. Waasland Beveren is the team that I decided to pick from the Belgium Pro League, and obviously in this league there are a lot of talents that we can bring in from other teams, but also a lot of incredible talents from Belgium all over the world that we will try to bring back to Belgium. And this team obviously doesn't really have that much money. They don't really have the best players. You can see a couple of players with ratings between 60 and 70, and the only one that we have that is above 70, I believe, is Shrivers, and he is sadly leaving us after this season because he's only on loan. So starting off with 3 million, this is the budget that we have, and this team is definitely okay to not get relegated right now. I mean, to not end up in a relegation spot, even though there's no second league of Belgium in this game. Just to let you guys know though, that is obviously not our objective. So we are starting off by bringing in a lot of young players who are around the rating between 60 and 65, who have decent potential and who in the future can be sold on for a lot of money, because in these small leagues, even though when you win the title you really don't get that much money added into your transfer budget, so I need to try and make some money by bringing in these players that will not straight away take over the first team spots, but later on they might actually be able to do so. And Dante Rigo is actually one of those guys. He joins our team at a 64 rating. Keep him in your mind. He will be in this career mode for a bit longer than expected. So let's get this one going. In that goalkeeping position, there was only one talent that I could go for, Miles Villar. He's only 16 years old and he plays for Anderlecht. So this guy is looking to be an amazing talent. Starts off at a 63 rating, and there's a long way for him to go since he's only 16 years old. So you could basically play until the end of career mode with this guy. So get him into your team if you're looking for a young goalkeeper. Now for the winger position, this guy was actually someone that I thought could take over a position straight away. Onyekuru, 67 rated. I believe he can play left mid and right midfield as well. So slowly we were getting in players that were actually better than just players for the bench. So this guy's 19 years old. He joins us, and then I was looking for a right back who had decent potential. I had a right back who was 70 rated, but I still wanted to bring in someone who can grow. So Timothy Castan is the one that we're going for that right back position. We had to pay 1.7 million for him, and I believe 1.4 million for Onyekuru, which is quite a lot of money for a 67 rated left midfielder. Now Castan would be taking over his position straight away in the starting lineup, and in our first season we ended up in the 12th position. So 4 spots away from the bottom of the league. I was quite happy about that, but we only had a 4-point gap to the bottom of the league. So that was quite upsetting to see. Somehow a couple of teams only had 29 matches. I really didn't understand how that works, but I just took it. I was like, okay then, they have 29, I can't do anything about it. It's probably a glitch. But this is the team after the first season. Onyekuru went up to 69 and Castan went up to 72. So those are the 2 players that we brought in into our starting lineup who have grown already. Shrivers went up to a 74. Sadly, he will be leaving us at the end of this season. But Sivelar and also Vletink have grown just a little bit. Sivelar went up to 65, so he is still improving. And this guy right here, boys, Landry Di Mata, keep an eye on him. I bought him for 1.5 million at the start of the second season. He's 69 rated right now, and later on he will be incredible. So if you're looking for a road to glory striker, go for him. He will look insane at the end of this sprint to glory. Keep an eye on him. Just saying. Dion Cools is the next one that we are going for. Obviously, he's a right back, but I'm not going to be using him like that. He can also play in the left back position. So we brought him into our team for 2.5 million, the highest amount paid so far for any player in this team, and he will be playing in that left back position for us. Only 21 years old, 6 foot tall, 4-star weak foot, quite good for a left back. And then we were looking to improve our center midfield position, because so far we had 3 center midfielders who were not bad, don't get me wrong, but we definitely needed someone who can still grow. All the players that we had in our midfield right now are players that will remain on their stats until their career ends, and they will not be improving. And this guy was someone that I was hoping that would grow a lot. Lazar Amani joined our team, 19 years old right now at the start of the 2nd season, and at the end of this season we came in the 14th spot. This time though, every team played 30 matches. Quite upset actually that we only made it into the 14th spot, and our manager rating went down because of that, so that was not good. I was quite worried. Our manager rating was on a 63, and I thought, okay, we need to pick it up again in the next season. Di Matta went up to 72, so +3 for him. Onyekuru went up to the right hand side, he's now 72 rated. Amani went up to 70, good to see that. Cools went up to 73, +2 for him. And Castagne is now the highest rated player in our team with his 74 rating right now. Now Vleting went up to 68, he will soon get to the 70 rating hopefully. And Rigo went up to 69. The guy that started off at a 64 rating in our team is slowly but steadily growing. Now in that center back position we had one good player right now, but the other one, I believe his name is Camacho, wasn't good enough, so we had to improve upon that position. Wout Fes or Fas, I don't know how to pronounce his name, really sorry. I'm really sorry about that. He's 69 rated, 20 years old in the 3rd season, so he probably starts off at the age of 17, obviously, maths right there, good job Johnny. And we are also now looking for some pre-contract deals, and these players are all players that are really wanted for the center midfield position, so they are now joining us. And on top of that, it is Jean-Luc Dompe Diarra joining us as well, and one of my favorites, Edmilson Jr. This guy is so much fun to use in this game, so if you have a chance, go ahead and use him. You will definitely enjoy him. He has a really nice haircut as well. He really pops out above every other player on the pitch. Now in this season though, we came in the 7th spot. Actually at the end of the season I was in 6th spot. Somehow, like 1 week later, I was down to the 7th spot, so I really didn't understand what happened there. We didn't play any matches, but I was like, okay, this league seems to be glitchy, let's just take it. Di Matta went up to 76 now. Onyekuru 74, Castagne once again +2 for him. Cools actually also went up to 76, so 3 players right now in our starting lineup went up to 76, and that was really good to see, because in the upcoming season a couple of really good players would be joining us. Edmilson Jr. now 77 rated, he is joining our squad, and he's definitely someone that a lot of you guys will definitely enjoy using. He is a 5'11" tall left midfielder with 4-star skills and a 5-star weak foot. He has that kind of Neymar feel to him. That's what I really like about him. Dompe Diarra joins into the team as a decent backup for the wingers that we have right now. Shoes comes in as a center midfielder, definitely one of the oldest players in our squad right now, 77 rated. He will be quite good for that position. And Susic, he will also be playing in that center midfield position for us. 4-star skiller, high work rates. Quite surprised about him being a 4-star skiller. Didn't expect that. But talking about skills, this is the ultimate skiller in this game right now. FIFA 17's Charlie Muzonda, 84 rated by now after like 3 or 4 seasons. He was looking insane, and I had to bring him in on a pre-contract. Had to sell a couple of players, a couple of deadwood players basically, in order to make some money to bring them in on a pre-contract, because those players were getting a lot of wages, including Bakali. This season though, we made it into the 3rd position. Really happy about that one. And we were on 56 points, only 6 points behind the top of the league, which is Club Brugge. So I was looking forward to it, boys. I really wanted to get a team assembled that could finally win this league title and get us into the Champions League. And that was our biggest goal. I really wanted to get this team into the Champions League, and let me tell you, this team is the most successful sprint to glory that I've done so far. So just a spoiler for you guys right there. Edmilson Jr. went up to 79. Di Matta increases his stats as well. He's now on a 79. Castagne and Cools couldn't keep up with the improvements that our striker was making, but a lot of players in the reserves and on the bench kept on growing, and those players would be sold on in the future to make room for players like these. Bakali comes in at an 81 rating. He will take over his position in the starting lineup straight away. Can play on the right hand side and left hand side. One of the biggest talents, I believe, in FIFA 14. If I'm not mistaken, he was one of the highest potential players, and there was a lot of hype surrounding him, just like the hype is surrounding Charlie Muzonda in this year's FIFA. He is a 5-star skiller with a 5-star weak foot, joins our team at an 85 rating, and that was just insane. And at that point, I knew, okay, we are getting close to winning the title, so let's bring in a couple of players that will be able to play in the Champions League for us. A proper good striker in Batshuayi and a proper good defender in Jason Denier, who's now 25 years old, both of them on pre-contracts. Obviously, once again, on pre-contract because our team wasn't getting any money and we couldn't really basically go ahead and buy 70 rated players all the time and hope that we can win the title one day. So we had to bring them in on pre-contracts, and that is basically what you have to do. If you're not playing in a big league, you definitely have to bring in players on pre-contract. There's no other way around it. Otherwise, you will have to sell your best players in order to maybe buy like a max of 78 rated player, because otherwise you just won't be able to do it. So the pre-contracts are the way to go. Muzonda went up to an 87 rating. He is just looking incredible. Edmilson Jr. on an 81 as well. And Batshuayi now joins our squad after that last season. 86 rated beast. I can only say that about this guy. He is a beast. So he joins us. 4-star weak foot, 6'1" tall, a lot of specialities on him, which is really good to see. And Denier also comes in with 81 sprint speed on that centre back position, which is great to see. Good stand tackle as well. So 6 foot tall centre back, not really the tallest, but still good enough to play for our team, most definitely. Now, Leon Bailey is probably one of those players that a lot of people will be using on this year's FIFA. He is pacey, he can skill, he can dribble, he is just so good in this game. And the same goes for Yannick Carrasco. He is the man, the biggest talent probably, or one of the biggest talents out of Belgium at the moment in world football. I'm really looking forward to see him step up and basically join a bigger team at some point and maybe come to the Premier League even. That would be great. But honestly, Atletico Madrid is a big team on its own, but it's just sad to see them go down and under between teams like Barcelona and Real Madrid. Atletico Madrid, in my opinion, one of the best teams in the world, but they don't get the recognition they actually deserve, in my opinion. A lot of people still underestimate them. But here is the starting 11 of our team right now, with 287 rated players in the attack in Batshuayi and Muzonda. Svilar now went up to 81 actually, and that is just insane growth. Now Carrasco is on an 88 rating when he joins our squad. He's 28 years old at this point, and Bailey went up to the 87 rating, so another incredible player coming in. So I have to say, Belgium, man, you guys have some of the best talents in this game right now, and hopefully in the future we will see all these players get to their potential and a Belgium side that will be able to win trophies. That would be great. I would love to see another country basically step up to their potential and basically show it on the world stage and win trophies. Now we got ourselves the biggest pre-contract player, the player with the highest potential out of anyone 24 or under in the first season. Courtois will be joining us, and we have won the league title. So a lot of changes for our team so far, and they have really helped us out to get that title. So Svilar now went up to 83. His growth is just insane. And Rigo, who joined us at a 64 rating, now is 80 rated. Good to see that. Amani, sadly though, really didn't continue growing. He just stopped at 77, which was quite upsetting. But all these players that you can see on the bench, they are also growing quite nicely. But now it was time to bring in the big guns, and one of them is Courtois, 93 rated at this point. I mean, is there any better goalkeeper out there right now than this guy, potential-wise? I don't think so. I mean, below the age of 24, I don't think so. Courtois is the biggest talented goalkeeper. To get him with maybe Oblak, but I don't know how old Oblak is at this point, so I can't really tell, but I think Courtois has the higher potential. Now, we are also once again making some pre-contract offers for Dendonka, Lukaku, who is 90 rated, so another really high rated player could be joining our team quite soon, and the biggest Belgium talent of all, Yuri Tielemans. Everyone in the comments of every single career mode knows about him, and in this season we were once again able to win the title. In this season, I'm not showing you what happened in the Champions League because so far we haven't really done well in the Champions League. We really didn't get too far, but next season I'll have to show you something special. So we are getting in those players, those big ones like Batshuayi and Dendonka for the center midfield position. Actually, he will go over to the center back position and Amani will be replaced by someone else. But so far our team is just destroying the league and it is a bit too easy at this point. So I really wanted to go for the next goal, which was the Champions League title. Di Matta actually went up to 84, so he came in at a 69 rating, I believe, and he went up to an 84 already. Lukaku now coming in from his pre-contract sadly went down to 89, which was quite upsetting to see, but he's still better than Batshuayi. Dendonka will take over that centre-back position since he can play in that position. Really good defensive stats on this guy, and he's 6'2" as well, so why not bring him in there? And Amani would be replaced by Tielemans. So every single position in this team except the left back and right back position, I believe, is above the 80 rating from now on. And this was our last season in which we did win the Champions League title against Manchester United in the final. That was the ultimate goal of the Sprint to Glories, and finally we were able to get it done with a team. It is the Belgium side that made it happen. Our team came in the first place. I don't know how they lost 3 matches, no idea, but you can see we have won the league title and we also did win the cup. That means we got ourselves the treble in the last season of this Sprint to Glory series. If that is not good enough, assistant coaches, I don't know what is. Please go ahead and smash that like button for this Sprint to Glory series. As you guys know, I really appreciate the support on these ones, but you could see right here, this team was just incredible. So let's go into the squad report and take a look at their stats individually. And you can see Courtois went up to a 93 rating throughout all those years. He's now 33 years old, and these players, the left back and my right back, quite upset that they didn't really grow that much. But Denier went up to 83. He has above 90 sprint speed, so if you're looking for a center back who is really fast, get yourself Denier. He will really help you out. Tielemans, one of my favorite center midfielders to use normally in career mode. Since he's overused though, I don't really buy him anymore. The same goes for this guy, Chari Muzonda, an incredible player, but there's just so much hype around him that I do not buy him into my teams anymore. At this point, I always go for like players who have potential up to like 85. Anything above that is just overused at this point. But this one right here, Landry Di Matta, let me tell you, he is insane. 99 acceleration, 93 sprint speed, and 85 shot power. You only have to train his finishing a little bit more and he will be an insane striker for you. So if assistant coaches, if you're looking for a road to glory striker, bring in Di Matta. He will definitely be a lot of fun for you to use. He's so strong, so good on the ball. Get him into your team. Fast as fuck. There's no other way to describe him. For me personally, from the starting 11 though, it was really good to see Rigo go up that much. He's now 81 rated or 82 rated. And apart from him, obviously, the big talents like Bailey, they are amazing in this game. The same goes for Muzonda. Nothing against them being overused. I mean, you can definitely use them if you want to. But I personally love players. I like the ones that I discovered in this Sprint to Glory series, like the Di Matta. So if you guys are into those types of players, please go ahead and get them into your team. Let me know in the comments down below which country you want to see next. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. Smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, and take care. Peace.